My hometown. We'll be right back after this break.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. I was only 34 years old and the mother of 3 when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was forced to make a decision about my health with few options. After my treatment, I made a commitment to provide help and inspire hope to those affected by breast cancer through early detection, education, and support services. I was fortunate to have resources and support through my journey, but so many facing breast cancer have to overcome the burdens of cost and fear alone. No one should face breast cancer alone. Today, NBCF has provided over 1 million early detection and patient navigation services so that women in need have access to these potentially life-saving resources. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org.
My Hometown is made possible by Anton Media Group. For more of your local community news, you may visit antonmediagroup.com. If you have a story to share or want information about subscriptions, you may call 516-747-8282.
WHPC. And now we return to My Hometown.
We're back on My Hometown on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm your host, Bill Horan, along with Nassau Community College student Zach Turkel. Our guest today is Shantay Carter. She is a registered nurse and the founder of Women of Integrity, Inc., and the author of Destined for Greatness. Welcome back, Shantay.
Thank you.
Now, are you considering expanding Women of Integrity?
I would love to. Our goal would be definitely be able to have chapters in other states and be able to be nationally recognized. But I just wanted to definitely secure our spot in New York first, make sure everything's on the up and go and coming and everything's tight before we try to expand into other areas.
So you're not doing enough being an author, running Women of Integrity, and being a nurse. You want to expand so you don't sleep at all, right?
No,
you just give up sleep completely.
I would. If I could do this all the time, yes, absolutely.
Amazing. Shantay, how can people become members?
You can reach out to us by emailing us or going through our website. Once again, our website is www.womenofintegrityinc.org, or our email is woinc2011@gmail.com. You can subscribe to our mailing list through the website and just let us know, express your interest in becoming a member, and we'll definitely give you further information and how you can go about that. And as far as new members, we're accepting new members all year long. So if you definitely are interested in being a part, I think, of something greater than yourself, bigger than yourself, and want to give back, then we're the organization for you. So
if there's someone out there looking for an organization, wants to give back to the community, you're the one to call.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, what services, if someone is considering this, and really all of us, I think, want to give something back and kind of get a diversion from work, but also use the skills we have.
Right.
What services do Women of Integrity offer to people?
So we, like I said, we work with Roosevelt High School's after-school mentoring program, or we're going on a weekly basis. So I'm always welcoming or looking for volunteers to come in with us to be able to expose the students, the young ladies, to something different, whether it's their career or what they've done in life, just life experiences in general, because the girls have so many questions on different topics ranging from boys to college to what to wear, and so definitely like to have that experience there. And then our Prom Dress Giveaway that's coming up, that's a big event. That is our signature event, so we're always looking for volunteers for that event to be able to help the girls, to be able to help them try on dresses, pick out dresses, just to kind of give them that personalized attention during the event. And then we also do prom makeover, where we make over one high school student from Roosevelt High School, and we do her hair, her makeup, we provide her with a dress, shoes, accessories. We do her nails. Only thing we do not provide is the prom ticket and limo. But for that day, we are her personal glam squad. So we're there with her from start to finish. I like that,
the glam squad. Yeah, that's cool.
We're her glam squad. So we're there with her from start to finish. We're getting her hair done, bringing her home, getting her dressed, and then we have my professional photographer come in and take pictures of her that day. So it can be pictures of her her and her date, along pictures of her and her family. Because a lot of these girls, sometimes this may be the first time that anyone's even gone to the prom in their family. So just to be able to have that memory.
Oh, wow.
And, we develop the pictures and I give it to them in an album so they can have it as a keepsake, just to be able, they can cherish that memory.
And Shantay, you told me before the show, this also includes seniors. Now, your definition of a senior was anybody over 42, right? So it's a pretty broad.
Not fit in that category.
Forget about Zach. Anybody over 25 is a senior to him. But really, there's a lot of people today, we talked about service jobs, etc. They're retiring at 55, 58, 60. They're honestly young people. They have a lot to give back, and their world skills are so great, and honestly, their wisdom.
That's true.
They've been there, done that. They've observed. They've read about it. They've seen 60 years of history.
Correct.
And what they can give back to people. And a lot of time, I think they don't even realize they're bored or irritated because they're not getting enough fulfillment in life.
Right.
And to consider an organization like yours, and I'm sure you have some way that they could try it on, come to a meeting, see if they like it, and if it's for them.
Absolutely. They could volunteer at an event just to see what we're all about, see if that's something they want to be a part of.
Maybe someone who always wanted to be a teacher all their life, now they can, in effect, teach young people. And
they can come to the mentoring program.
Mentoring, how wonderful.
Mentoring is so important, so definitely.
So all you old women, if you're out there and you want something to do.
I didn't say that.
You didn't say it. I can say it because I'm older than
Bill now.
See, I'm always in trouble with Zach.
Yeah, that's the problem. Shantay, you mentioned about the prom dress giveaway, but what are some other events that will be happening in the next coming months?
So, the prom dress giveaway will be on April 21st. We're still collecting dresses right now for the prom dress drive, which is going on now until March 31st. You can visit our website for the drop-off locations, but one is in Merrick at Giovanni's Garment Care, and the other is in Farmingdale at the State Farm Agency for Mark Smith. So those are our two drop-off locations this year. Or you can email me and we can connect, and I can either meet you, we can pick up dresses that way as well. And that's going on until March 31st, and then we give them out to the community on April 21st, and that's an pretty much all-day event in the afternoon. It's free admission. The girls get to come in, and they're allowed to take minimum of 2 dresses, so they can have one for prom and maybe one for senior banquet, senior dinner, or some type of formal event that they need to get dressed up. And they can also get shoes, accessories. We have vendors there that can kind of cater to that crowd, whether it's jewelry, they may need accessories for the prom, or whether it could be a dessert company that maybe for graduation, if their parents want to do a graduation event, party, whatever, they may need someone to make cupcakes. We have vendors there. The purpose of the Prom Dress Giveaway is to give back to those and to the underserved girls who may not be able to afford a prom dress. That is the purpose. So we welcome anyone graduating from junior high going into high school, or anyone graduating from high school going into college. We feel that going to prom is kind of like a rites of passage for young girls, and we believe that everyone should be able to go to their prom, and that if you cannot financially afford it, that should not be the setback of why you can't go. A lot of girls who are doing extremely well in school, but maybe their family doesn't have it. They can't go to the prom because they can't afford the dress. So we're here to provide that dress free of charge so they can go to their prom.
I'm very impressed hearing that, because again, as a man, you just think of a dress, get a dress, pick out a dress.
Right.
It's like a suit.
Right.
It's not really that big a deal. But, Zach and I don't realize that for the females, it's the dress, it's the shoes, it's the accessories, it's
Correct.
what goes with it, it's the post-party, it's the graduation dress. There's so much more. When I'm hearing this and the vendors that you have, this is really, on your end, a lot of work, and a lot of thanks has to go out to you for.
Thank you.
But I'm sure even one person that you can make that impression on and change their life has to be wonderful.
Absolutely, because to see the smiles on those young ladies' faces when they find that right dress makes it all worth it. It's priceless. You really would have to be there to see, because it's like their whole face and their whole being lights up, because to know that they found this dress and now they're going to be able to go to their prom and they're going to look beautiful. Like it's really almost like a life-changing experience.
A lot of good people on both ends.
Oh, absolutely, because just to see that, it's always one of the events I say is priceless, because to see the look on those girls' faces is something you'll never forget. It will make you always want to do it, because
I
make
can
that
see
impact.
the look as you're talking about it.
Yeah, you seem very excited, Shantay.
I am.
Yeah, so let's go into the future.
Yes.
Where do you see Women of Integrity Incorporated in 5 years from now?
5 years from now, definitely would like to be expanded and have chapters in other states, be nationally recognized. If we can also implement this program possibly into other high schools on Long Island. You know, I grew up in Freeport, so I'm a Freeport alum. So if I can get into Freeport or even Hempstead, like I said, because right now we're in Roosevelt, I would love to be able to do that, to expand our network and to be able to help more girls in the community. So definitely, as far as having chapters in other states, being nationally recognized, having more, expanding into other school districts, being able to provide our resources to the young women.
Now, in addition to all you're doing, you've also somehow found time to write a book.
Yes.
And I'm looking at it here, Destined for Greatness.
Yes.
Tell us who the book is aimed at and give us some tips.
So the book, Destined for Greatness, came about last year. We had our launch party back in August of 2017. I came about just really social media. I met working in connections and networking. A young lady by the name of Lakeisha Curtis, who's a registered nurse in Virginia, reached out to me. She was a sponsor for my second annual Women in Business Brunch. And she said, hey, some nurses and I, a couple of the nurses, like to get together and write a book. Would you be interested? Honestly, I blew her off. So I will say sometimes fear can hold us back, because that was just me thinking, one, I'm not good enough to write a book.
Right there, great lesson.
Two, I'm not going to have the time, so why even waste the time to write the book? And those two things, I think, were the biggest things that held me back. So honestly, I blew her off. I met her a couple months later. I met her in person at a Women in Business conference, and she said, you know, what's going on? You haven't gotten back to me about the book. Like, what are you waiting for? And I was like, oh, I don't really know. You know, she was like, Shantay, what do you have to lose? And then I said, you know what? Nothing. You're right. I have nothing to lose. She said, it's just a chapter. You only have to write a chapter along with myself and the 8 other nurses. Will be your co-authors, and we write this book. She was kind enough to let us all have our own book covers, so everyone can profit off the book and make their own money. So, but even though all of our stories are in the book, and so that's how that came about. I just kind of had to face my fears and take the leap of faith and say, what's the worst could happen? You know, just try it. I mean, it's a chapter today, but tomorrow will be a whole book.
That's right.
You know, so it's a start.
And you've had so many interesting stories, and I'm sure for people to read that, sometimes it just needs that tip from the outside, and
Yes.
the idea that if someone else can do it,
right,
I can do it.
And it's not just about nursing, so I don't want people to think like it's just a book because, you know, nurses wrote it, we're just talking about nursing. No, we talk a little bit about the journey of nursing, but more so our journey of starting our own businesses. So you're hearing 10 different women's stories about their journeys, their setbacks, their accomplishments, and how we've overcame that to create our businesses. I'm one of the only nonprofits. Everybody else has for-profit businesses. So it was just to see everybody's different path, because right now that's a big thing in the nursing industry, where nurses are becoming entrepreneurs, or what they consider a nursepreneur or a nurse entrepreneur, where we're starting our own businesses.
You're embarrassing Zach and myself.
Yeah.
We're sitting here like two lumps on the log.
Yeah.
You're nursing, you're going out and doing it, you're writing a book, you started a not-for-profit, and we're still here.
Doing the show.
Talking about cheeseburgers.
But you guys are serving a purpose. You're highlighting people like me so to educate the community about what's going on.
No, that's
what we got to look at.
Shantay, before we wrap up, I'd like you, again, tell people where they can find out more and how they can contact you if they want to get involved as a participant and be part of Women of Integrity.
Definitely. So you can reach us once again via our website at www.womenofintegrityinc.org. You can email us at WOINC2011@gmail.com. You can like us on Facebook at Women of Integrity Inc. You can follow us on Instagram at WOINC.
Shantay, we'd like to thank you for being a guest on our show, for all that you do, and for helping all those young girls out there. And on behalf of myself, Bill Horan, and Zach Turkel, thanks for being on our show. Thanks for joining us on My Hometown.
We'd like to get your feedback on My Hometown. Send your comments to WHPC at ncc.edu. My Hometown is produced by Jim Green, executive producer. Nassau Community College, where success starts and continues. Till next time, this is Bill St. James. And remember, there's no town like your hometown.